sugar? Okay. He's not gonna help us today. I'll do everything by myself. You're gonna help me? Okay, he's gonna help me with sugar. And we're making drunk cherries in chocolate pavlova. I don't know, I came up with the idea. I don't know if anybody else made this pavlova version. It's pretty simple, I'd say. It's simple pavlova topped with chocolate and then cherries that have been immersed in liqueur, and then normal whipped cream. Just don't, not yet, hold on. So that's the idea, and I made it once last year, I believe, and we all loved it. So I want to try making it again and hope you guys like it as well. What we need: black cherries, washed, drained, and I'm going to remove the seeds, but because these are very large cherries, enough eating sugar. Because these are very large, I'm going to slice them in two and remove the seeds. If you have cherry pit remover, that's even better. Okay, so that's what we need. We also need some liqueur, enough eating sugar. Choose any of your favorite rum or any of your favorite dessert liqueurs. No, not yet. And we also need room temperature egg whites. We need sugar and vanilla extract, a little bit cornstarch, cream of tartar to stabilize the egg whites, and pinch of salt. And then later I'll bring the, today I'm stuttering, I'll bring the heavy cream. It needs to be cold, so I left it in my fridge. And you want to make sure your bowl is very clean, without any grease, any stains. I'm going to whip my, where is my tartar? My egg whites and my cream of tartar a couple of minutes until it's foamy, and then I'll start adding my sugar, cornstarch and salt mixture. So while this is mixing, I'll combine the rest of my ingredients in a bowl and slightly whisk it. Okay. As the whites turn foamy, we can start adding our sugar mixture a little bit at a time, 1 or 1.5 tablespoon at a time. Okay, and on high speed now.
Can I do it?
Yeah, you're gonna do it.
Now we need this?
Not yet, almost. Yeah, we need that. As you add last sugar, it's good idea to stop and scrape the sides, just like this, and then add our vanilla extract. And I like adding a little bit of green egg dye, not egg dye.
This one?
That one, food coloring. It's completely optional, but it gives such a nice look to the cake. Yes, now. When you slice it and you see those red cherries and chocolate and slight green color and then white whipped cream, everything together combined turns out something different and unique. So, but it's completely optional. You don't want to use any food coloring, leave it out. Just a couple of drops. Yes, now. Let's hope for the best.
Oh,
a couple of drops. We'll add more if we need, okay? And I'll mix this a couple of more minutes and we can preheat the oven 220 degrees.
More?
Yeah, 2 more minutes. We need 2 more minutes, okay? Okay, you want to have shiny, stiff peak on your meringue. So this is ready, and while it was running, I started cleaning my cherries from pits. If the cherries are too large, you're done. You ate it all? You better slice them into 4 pieces. But it's up to you. You want bigger chunks, it's completely okay. So that's that. And what we need to do with these cherries, we need to cover them with some liqueur and let them sit just as long as it needs as we bake our meringue. So And if the cherries are sour, add a little bit sugar to your liquor. These are very sweet cherries, so I'm not gonna add anything. And for the meringue, I like my baking.
Are you sure you need sugar?
No, we don't need sugar, Thomas.
You ready?
No, we already used sugar. And I like my parchment paper with some marker, 9-inch circle with a marker. Make sure the marker side is on the bottom. And I'll use my pastry bag, which is again completely optional, but it gives the Pavlova more elegant look when you use your star tip to squeeze out the meringue. So I'll squeeze out my meringue on my parchment paper, trying to give nice design, and we'll go from there. Oops, forgot to remove it, Darka. I started piping my meringue. So I'll pipe one layer on the bottom, and then I'll start doing layers on the sides, so we have a space to fill our cherries and whipped cream in the center. So we want to save it hollow.
Banana.
Heghineh, you want banana?
Yeah.
Yeah, eat it, Arka. Why are you asking me?
Oh, I don't want this banana.
Why?
Because it's flat.
It's flat. You don't like flat bananas?
No.
Okay, so I did the first layer, and now I'm going to only pipe out on the on the side. There was some air in the piping bag. So okay, so you can give some design or just leave it like that. Okay, these are completely optional, and if you end up with some extra meringue, just squeeze it in the center, but slightly spread it out, just to have it flat. The bottom, the center should be flatter. Okay, just like this. And I'm going to bake this about 1 hour 20 minutes or until it's nice and dry. So it will take me a while. I'll see you when it's baked. And while the meringue is still baking, I can go ahead and make my chocolate ganache. And for that I need semi-sweet chocolate chips, a heavy whipping cream, and a little bit of butter. I'm going to melt this in my microwave about 2 minutes or more until it's nice and smooth. And be sure to do that in at least 30-second intervals. So I'll melt this, set aside, and wait for our meringue to come out. My meringue baked about 1 hour and 40 minutes, and I let it also cool down in the oven. I just opened the door, let it cool down a little bit. Okay, so that's that. And I'm saving that liquor. It's gonna taste very delicious with some ice, and I don't know, I may add something else, and we'll have a cocktail. So this will go on the side, and I'll let my cherries to drain a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to transfer them on my paper towel. So this is on the side, and my ganache is already ready. Cool down as well. Okay, and you want to make sure your mixing bowl and whisk attachment are very cold. I placed mine in the fridge almost 15 minutes, and the cream should be cold too. Listen, John, let him go, Arabas. Let him. It's okay. Okay, now I'm going to whip my cream, my confectioner sugar, until it's the right consistency. And yes, and vanilla extract. I'm almost done, guys. I'm almost done. Okay, so I'll whip this. Okay, let me add my sugar too. And start whipping on slow speed, and then increase the speed and carefully whip until the right consistency. A teaspoonful of vanilla extract. Okay, we're almost done with our Pavlova. Sometimes I just like mixing it, whipping it with my hands, only at the end when it's almost done whipping, just to make sure it's the right consistency. And it was very important, especially for this kind of cake, dessert, or we should say. And I'm going to place this on my cake platter very carefully. Yes. And you probably know the process. I'll top this with some chocolate first. And you want to be sure that you top in the entire, like, first layer with a good amount of chocolate. We don't want to put our almost, like, I'd say, wet cherries on the cake, on meringue, so it doesn't melt immediately. So what I do, I usually pour a good amount of chocolate and then add my cherries. But I also want to save some of my chocolate for later. Okay, so that's that. And on top will go the cherries. You can always add more or less on cherries or chocolate. Next will go our whipped cream. And if you want the cake to look even more fancy, you can use your pastry bag and pipe out the whipped cream with some design. I usually don't do that because, especially when I already piped out the meringue, this will look, this will already be looking very nice. Okay, and I'm going to top this with some cherries, drizzle with chocolate, or use some shaved chocolate to decorate, and we'll be done. You can decorate to your taste, just the way you like it. I have some leaves from my nectarine tree. Kids are coming and going, they don't care, we're making a video here. You guys should get used to that. Okay. Okay, so I'll go ahead and finish my decoration process and we'll go from there. We're almost done. Okay, so I placed the left of my chocolate ganache in the piping bag. I'll let this aside and I'll shave some chocolate in the center, drizzle the ganache on the sides, and we should be done. That's it, we're done. And you know, Pavlova is one of those desserts when you need to make it and serve it. So you know how to do it. And you know what? I want to serve this myself right now. So I'll make a slice and see how it tastes. And of course, full recipe will be on my blog at heghineh.com. Try it, let me know how you liked it, and leave me comments. Also, yeah, remember to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and I need a plate. Okay. It's maybe a little messy, but I would suggest actually to let it set a couple of minutes so the chocolate kind of sets and not as runny and easier to slice. So I'm gonna try it, and of course I need a fork. That's it. I think I said everything. This looks so good. Delicious. You have to try this. So good.